evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, April 3rd, 2012. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Chip Ramsey with the Saturday Independent. In tonight's news, 2 people are dead and 2 others are injured following a grinding 3-car collision in Coffee County. A Tullahoma man has been convicted of first-degree murder in connection with the death of a toddler and faces a sentencing hearing on Thursday. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6. Stay tuned.
If you're interested in the freshest China buffet in the area, you've got to visit the China Super Buffet and the Walmart Shopping Center in Deckard. Featuring all the Asian dishes you have come to love, the China Super Lunch Buffet starts at $6.39 and the Dinner Buffet at $9.99. Sushi is available all day, every day, and crab legs every night from 3:30 till close. Seniors get a 10% discount. Kids 3 to 5 eat free Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights. Happy hour is 5 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday with $1.29 drafts. Leo and his staff will be waiting for you at the China Super Buffet, Walmart Shopping Center in Deckard.
The highest standard of integrity delivers stability and honor. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of integrity in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
Tommy Anderton and Martha Jane Barton from Traders Bank to share why our Channel 6 viewers should bank with us in 2012. Martha Jane, I've known you to be employed at Traders Bank practically all my life. What is so special about Traders that's allowed you to enjoy 52 years employment?
Tommy, there are several things that make Traders the best. At Traders, it's like family as an employee and for our customers. Each customer receives exceptional personal service. At Traders, we're flexible and timely with our responses. At Traders, we listen and accommodate.
Martha Jane, thank you for that testimonial. Our New Year's resolution is to continue treating customers like family. It's truly why so many people never bank anywhere else.
Traders Bank, member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Welcome back. 2 people are dead and 2 others hurt following a grinding 3-car crash in Coffee County Saturday afternoon. The Tennessee Highway Patrol says a Ford car driven by a Cannon County woman was traveling north on Highway 53 near the intersection of Riddle Road outside of Manchester when it was struck in the rear by another northbound vehicle driven by a Tullahoma man. The second car traveled into the southbound lane and collided with a Nissan driven by Mallory Roberts, age 57, of Manchester. Roberts, who was not using a seatbelt, died at the scene along with Larry Davis, age 61, who was a passenger in the car driven by Dustin Kindred of Tullahoma. Davis was using a seatbelt. Barbara Davis, driver of the car, struck from behind, and Kindred were both injured. Traffic was diverted around the accident scene for some time. The fatal wreck is under investigation by the Tennessee Highway Patrol.
A Tullahoma man convicted of first-degree murder in connection with the death of a toddler faces a sentencing hearing on Thursday. The Coffee County jury convicted Thomas Greenwood in the death of 2-year-old Hayden Gage West last week. Greenwood's sentencing hearing was delayed due to the illness of one of the defense witnesses. The state medical examiner says the boy died in March of last year, or 2 years ago, from blunt force trauma. Greenwood was watching the child when he died. Greenwood's defense claimed that the child was bruised after falling into furniture. His lawyer told jurors that asthma was the actual cause of death. Greenwood faces a maximum penalty of life in prison without parole. We spoke with Greenwood's attorney, Roger Bean, shortly after his conviction. Jury came back with a guilty verdict and against your client. Any comments in the wrap-up of the case?
Well, of course, we've still got a sentencing hearing that we have to do tomorrow. We're disappointed in the verdict in the case. We'll set to work to see if there are any grounds to appeal the verdict, to overturn that verdict. As I said, we're very disappointed in the verdict in this case, and we're going to continue to work hard for our cause.
Jury had a question about halfway through their deliberations. Were you expecting any different result because of the question?
Not necessarily. You know, they had a lot of counts that they had to work with, and they had to work through all the different counts, so there was no way to know, based on that question, where they were in the number of counts.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
We'll be right back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
Tullahoma Drug has a gift for keeping well. You know about prescriptions, but there's so much more to tell. There's a gift for all occasions, for body, soul, and mind. Cards to show you care, gifts to show your kind. There are remedies and recipes and treats, you'll want to eat them. Stacks of books from famous cooks and spectacles to read them. Shades and frames, puzzles, games, dishes, plates, and mugs. We're a Tullahoma treasure. We are Tullahoma Drug.
Tullahoma Surgery Center is Tullahoma's newest and most complete surgical health care facility. The center combines state-of-the-art surgical care with efficient, affordable, and community-based outpatient service. The staff is committed to providing the highest quality care in a warm, personalized setting. The goal is to deliver excellent care and make your visit a pleasant experience. Tullahoma Surgery Center, the area's premier surgery center dedicated to outpatient surgery.
This is J.D. Oliver here at the Smokehouse on Monteagle Mountain. My sisters Betsy, Nancy, and I'd like to thank you for supporting our family business for over 50 years.
Hello, this is Stella Parton, and I am standing here right in the middle of Jim Oliver's Smokehouse restaurant. But you need to come in here. We just got through doing a show. We also have a music scene going on here, and I want to invite you to come down because it is your mountain destination. Music on the Mountain in Monteagle, Tennessee.
My name's Betsy Oliver. I'm the kitchen manager here. We serve a lot of ribs and barbecue and fried chicken.
Hey, this is Sean Mayer, and I just want to let everybody know to stop in at the Smokehouse if you're ever on your way to Chattanooga or Nashville. They not only have a great gift shop, awesome food, great entertainment on Saturday nights, but beautiful cabins to stay in. Check it out.
Make the Smokehouse your mountain getaway destination. Stay in one of our 84 lodge rooms and 20 timber frame log cabins. Look around our trading posts and eat in our delicious restaurant. Enjoy music on the mountain every Saturday night featuring the best of Nashville. Our family hopes to see you this year at Jim Oliver's Smokehouse.
Serving you as a local firefighter. Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force. Serving Tullahoma. Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
Palm Sunday Walk, and it's a tradition here in Tullahoma. This is about the 7th, 8th year that this has been done, where different denominations get together, meet at the First Presbyterian Church, and walk over to the First Christian Church, where a message is given in the courtyard over there, and it's a really nice thing, that to see these denominations come together and share in their beliefs of the resurrection and Easter Sunday, and it's a good situation. Sun shining, yeah, isn't this great? Look at there. Look at them. They're all happy and proud to be here. All these young people. They're all happy. Look at them. It's like being out of school, isn't it? Yeah, here we go. Look at that beautiful family right there. Isn't that wonderful? And they're talking and chatting and having fun here.
Living God, you give us this day full hope and promise. As our ancestors waved palms and praised Christ, we bring our praises to and enjoy in the kingdom of God.
Okay, the scripture reading here comes from Psalm 118.
Last week, John caught up with the Shakespeare Sampler actors between performances at the Civic Center. John asked actor Lane Davis to introduce the group and to describe what they were trying to accomplish with the performances.
On my left is Travis Brazil and J.J. Rogers, our producer, and Julia Caesar, and tonight's show, Craig Wilson, Andy Ganese, and Martha Wilkinson.
And Patrick Waller.
Tullahoma's own.
Tullahoma's own. Lane, how about giving us a little overview?
I think Martha and I are.
You want an overview of tonight's?
Yeah, you certainly can. Give us a little overview of this sampler that we're doing here today for the young people during the daytime, and then of course for us old guys tonight.
Well, the things that we're doing during the daytime are going to be in tonight's show, but we've got an abbreviated version, and we're taking some real time to explain Shakespeare and the iambic pentameter, the whole language thing, and of course that's what Lane is a genius at, is getting people to understand that and getting actors to understand that. And that's really probably the most important thing.
So it's a bit of a teaching tool as well as an entertainment tool.
Yeah, absolutely.
There will be sections of education
as well as entertaining experience.
Right.
I would say more entertaining than educational, but
yeah, entertainingly
we
educational.
managed to kind of do both. You can't watch Shakespeare without being educated in some ways. It taught us how to be human, when you really examine his work.
The thing that I've appreciated about Lane and what you've done and the things that I've seen at the Tennessee Festival is you and Patrick and all of you fine folks have taken something that has always been presented as sort of a highbrow type of theater, and you've made it understandable for us poor Appalachian folks.
The interesting thing is we do that, believe it or not, without tampering with Shakespeare's words very much. We just try to give it a setting that doesn't look quite as foreign to the audience. And then we sort of liven them up with music, because I think music livens anything. I mean, Shakespeare used music in most of his plays. We just add a little bit more, and we probably add tunes that are more familiar to my audience. But I like to think we stay true to the actor's intent, and that Shakespeare does not roll over in his grave when the curtain goes up on one of our productions.
You know Shakespeare, when you hear the term and the word for 400 plus years, means that it isn't necessarily as inaccessible as we might think. What Lane does a great job of is showing you that it isn't as difficult or inaccessible as you might think, or else we wouldn't have The Lion King or West Side Story or any of the others. Adaptations, blanket stealing of Shakespeare's plots and plays.
Folks, thank you very much, and continue to have a great day here in Tullahoma.
Thank you.
Appreciate
it.
Stay with us. We'll be right back in a moment.
I went to several colleges, but when I stepped into this gym, it just felt like home.
Just learning the different techniques and the way Mr. Bryan tells us how to study the subject. Art, that's where it's really at for me.
I decided to go to nursing because I've always wanted to help people. You make those connections that you probably never forget. This is my motto, my future.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Here at Russell Barnett Kia, we do not have any dancing hamsters, nor do we have any sock monkeys, but we do have the guaranteed lowest price on all new Kias. Come by and check out this all-new 2010 sporty Kia Soul for $17,995. Or check out this new redesigned 2011 Kia Sportage. No sock monkeys, no dancing hamsters, just guaranteed low prices here at Russell Barnett Kia. My question is, why buy anywhere else?
Welcome back. Tullahoma Mayor Lane Curley stopped by our studios earlier this week to catch us up on the current happenings at the City Board of Mayor and Aldermen. Let's watch.
Well, I'm pleased to give a brief report on the City Council meeting held on Monday night. First of all, we had a special treat. We had the Little Miss Tullahoma and the Junior Miss Tullahoma and the new Miss Tullahoma up here at the City Council meeting, and we were pleased to present a certificate and acknowledge that they earned that and will be representing Tullahoma. Then we also heard from each of the aldermen, gave a report on their activities for the past 2 weeks, and all did an excellent job. We have a very active and engaged group of aldermen. The two pieces of legislation that we discussed on Monday night, one was the starting of a process to offer payment in lieu of tax program. And really what that's about is you've perhaps heard me refer to a toolbox, an economic development toolbox. And this was another tool that we are putting in our toolbox to be competitive with other cities and offer, frankly, incentives to try to bring people to Tullahoma. And it's all about jobs. And if we can help make companies' decisions to move to Tullahoma, that's what this is all about. And so anyway, we started that process. And then what we've also done is, I guess I probably get more complaints about this issue than anything else, and that has to do with dilapidated houses and weeds growing up in yards and people not maintaining their property and those kinds of things. And in some cases it's a city government issue, but in other cases it's if a person happens to live in a subdivision that has a homeowner's covenant, then that's the homeowner's responsibility. But anyway, it's a very cumbersome, expensive, time-consuming process to go to Chancery Court and try to get people to clean up their property. It takes months and months and months to do that. So what we're going to do, and the city council, the aldermen were very receptive to this on Monday night, is for us to hire our own administrative law judge. It's not going to be a full-time employee. It's not even going to be a part-time employee. This is a position that has been authorized by the state of Tennessee, that we can hire a qualified person and that the city government can bring forward issues, and this administrative law judge will make decisions as to whether a homeowner is out of compliance. So, and also it provides a little bit more teeth. Right now we've got a $50 fine, and that's really just not even a slap on the wrist for most people. And so we can now fine, when we get this in place, up to $1,000. But the money is not the intent. In fact, what we want to do as part of this is that if the administrative law judge is receptive to this, if a person were to just clean up their property, then we don't frankly care about the money. So, but that stick is there if it's needed. So those are the two main things that we discussed Tuesday night, or Monday night at the City Council meeting. I thought we had an excellent meeting, and look forward to the next meeting and taking both of these projects to the next step. Thank you.
We stopped by last week and spoke with Manchester Mayor Betty Superstein and Water and Sewer Manager Brian Pennington, who explained how the city found a way to recoup some of the money spent to upgrade the city's water and sewer treatment plant.
I'm here with Brian Pennington. He's the director of our water and sewer plant here in Manchester. And I'm just here today to say how proud of Manchester is of Brian and his department, all the money that they have saved in the renovation of our wastewater treatment plant.
In about 2007, we had began looking at our sewer plant, knowing that it was time to begin the process of engineering and getting things ready to build our new plant. Along through the process, the federal government came out with the ARA Act, American Reinvestment and Recovery Act, and they announced that they were going to be giving money for shovel-ready projects. Well, when they did that, we had to go ahead and get our plans finalized, and in that process, I told our engineers that because of scrap and metal costs were on the rise, I wanted to add in the contract a clause that said that we got to deal with all of the waste that came out of the process. And to make a long story short, we had put in our contract that we were going to deal with the waste. The contractor would pile it up. We dealt with it. And we ended up saving approximately, on the front end of it, about $80,000 for our customers. But we had some other pieces of equipment that we just finished auctioning off on Gov Deals, where we kind of levied, do we take it to scrap or do we sell it on the Gov Deals? We felt like we would get a better deal at the Gov Deals, so we sold them there. And our final end result was a savings to our customers of about $120,000. Actually, the number was $120,420.85, and that's a direct savings to our customers.
And typically, Brian, the contractor would have got that waste.
Yes, typically in a project like that, the contractor hauls the waste and handles the waste themselves.
So would it be safe to assume, had you not done it that way, that the contractor would have ended up making that money?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, as we initially began getting the old scrap metal out, I saw a contractor truck leaving the plant with a bunch of scrap metal in the back of it, and I told the construction foreman, I said, "Hey, where's he going? We're supposed to handle that." And he said, "Oh, yeah, that's right." You know, they were so accustomed to doing it that way. So he brought it back, and we dumped it out, and we just made some piles. Things that we also did to maximize what we got through our scrap metal was in the plant here, as they brought in the new electrical lines, they abandoned the old lines. We pulled all those old lines out of the conduits, and we would actually strip all the material off of those electrical lines, so that instead of selling it for number 2 copper, we got number 1 copper. So we put out some additional effort to maximize the potential for the return for our customers.
And don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Joyce Prusak from the Children's Advocacy Center, who will speak about how you can help. THS Athletic Director Jerry Mathis will stop by and let us know what's happening in sports at Tullahoma High School, and we'll have a preview of the 1800s fashion show coming to the area. All that and more on this week's Living. We'll be right back in just a moment with more Newsleader.
Hey, I'm Trent McNabb, General Manager of Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac.
Hi, I'm Trey McNabb, General Manager here at Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep.
Obviously, we're in the middle of construction and more equipment is coming in. Every vehicle on the lot's been priced to sell. You're out here shopping and eating anyway, so come see us at the Stan McNabb on the more convenient side of Tullahoma.
Stay out of the mess. Come across town and see me, where you don't have to put your boots or your helmet on to buy a new car.
I'm NASCAR driver Mark Martin. You know what's worse than waiting in traffic? Waiting in the emergency room when you're in pain. So choose the ER that's extra fast, ER Extra. ER Extra is specifically engineered to get you the help you need and back in action with race car speed. ER Extra. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
ER Extra. Exclusively at Harton Regional Medical Center.
It is time. It is time to love her. It is time to celebrate her. It is time to honor her. It is time to surprise her. It is time to blow her away with the diamond. It is time for quality. It's time for value. It's time for selection. It's time for Woodard's Diamond Showroom inside Northgate Mall of Tullahoma.
If you're looking for a great atmosphere, good music, an open design, and a staff that understands what it takes to serve the best food around, you'll find it at the Timberloft Restaurant in Manchester. Locally owned and operated, the Timberloft features smoked meats, prime rib, black Angus steaks, sandwiches, burgers, pastas, incredible appetizers and sides, and decadent desserts made in-house. Searching for a new place to hang out with company clients and friends? With a cozy feel, a quiet bar, awesome drinks, and big city quality food, you found it when you visit the Timberloft, 1165 Woodbury Highway, Manchester. Catering and party planning available. The Timberloft, spectacular.
Sophomore pitcher Josh Mann allowed only 2 hits and registered a dozen strikeouts in 6 innings of work as the Motlow Bucks beat Chattanooga State Tigers 3-0 Saturday afternoon in the second game of a TCCAA doubleheader played in Chattanooga. The Tigers won the game 1 7-0 on Saturday, and then won the series by beating the Bucks 12-2 on Sunday. The Bucks are now 22-15 on the year, 5-10 in conference play, and successfully avoided the sweep against the Tigers, who are 30-10 overall and 11-4 in conference play. and one of the conference's top teams, and the 35th nationally ranked team in the U.S. in the latest National Junior College Athletic Association poll. Mann, who is 4-4 on the season, was simply outstanding as he maneuvered his way around 6 walks to notch his second consecutive victory. Andre Solomon earned his first save of the season by pitching a perfect 7th inning. Motlow hosts Cleveland State for a 3-game TCCAA series this weekend.
The Tullahoma Lady Wildcats defeated Franklin County 5-3 in 9 innings on Thursday night in Winchester. Hannah Searcy drove home the eventual winning run with a triple in the top of the 9th, driving home Nikita Elliott, who had singled. Megan Grenier singled home Searcy for the insurance run. The Lady Cats led 3-1 with 2 outs in the 7th before the Rebelettes rallied to tie it. Dana Kirkpatrick pitched all 9 innings for Coach David Cardwell's Lady Wildcats, scattering 6 hits and striking out 4. Searcy was 3-for-4 with a double and a triple. Grenier went 3-for-5, and Elliott and Chandler Hill had 2 hits apiece. The Lady Cats junior varsity also won. We'll be right back in a moment with your weather forecast.
I'm Lori Thompson.
I'm Mike Thompson, and Lori and I have bought Thompson Ford back in Tullahoma, Tennessee on Highway 55, selling new Fords and used vehicles and plenty of service in the service department. You guys have supported us 100%. We appreciate everything you've done for us. Look forward to 10 years worth of support. We can't wait to support you guys again. Give it back to the communities the Thompson Ford way. Come see Mike and Lori. Thank you very much. Thank you for blessing us. God bless America.
Whether it's a home loan, a business loan, a personal loan, a loan for any good reason, Citizens Tri-County Bank is here to help you with the loans you need. With caring, friendly lending pros at convenient offices across Tullahoma, we love our community and we take pride in helping people get the loans they need. Citizens Tri-County Bank, focused on making loans for the individuals and businesses of our community. Welcome to Camino Real, home of the area's most authentic Mexican food. Expect quality service in a friendly environment that features the only truly authentic Mexican food in the area, with favorites like tacos, fajitas, enchiladas, burritos, tostadas, freshly made guacamole, and Mexican rice, all made from scratch using homemade Mexican recipes and only the freshest ingredients. Come and enjoy a meal at Camino Real with the great food, friendly service, and warm atmosphere of Old Mexico.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1999 at 85 degrees. Record low was in 1992 at 20 degrees. The average high on this day is 66, and the average low is 42. For tonight, look for some isolated thunderstorms in your forecast with a low of around 61. Thunderstorms in the forecast again for Wednesday with a high of 78 and a low of 62, and some scattered thunderstorms remaining in the forecast for Thursday with a high of 74 and a low of 55. And we want to remind you folks looking for some place to go on Easter Sunday. The Bell Buckle Cafe is presenting the Bell Buckle Banquet Hall's Easter Sunday Banquet. That's on Sunday, April the 8th from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. And Bill Hall will be the guest chef on that day. Bill Hall, of course, is was the chef at the former Our House restaurant. Lots of great things on the menu, including carved roast beef and leg of lamb, Virginia baked ham, boneless baked chicken breast, a variety of special vegetables and casseroles, and menagerie of fresh, marinated, and congealed salads, along with an array of fruit, homemade bread, and dessert. So check that out. That's at the Bell Buckle Banquet Hall on Easter Sunday, April the 8th. That is our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.